Hello, hello. Welcome to Fireside Chat with Kimberly. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. And also, I can't believe I've never mentioned this before, but if you happen to be watching this on a replay, awesome. Thank you for checking this out. And why don't you go ahead and put in the comments replay so that we know that's when you were watching it. And if you have questions, you can still put them in the comments and someone will get back to you. We'll be sure to respond. So that's a cool thing. Awesome. Anyway, thank you. And thank you to Rebel Cheese, the sponsor for this week's talks. Prize packs for this month's contest have been graciously donated by Hodo Foods, Follow Your Heart, Cinnaholic, Revolution Gelato, Terra Seed, and Fabulous. And as always, I invite my viewers to enter the monthly contest at virtualvegfest.com, and you just have to click on the contest tab for details. Entering is super easy just by liking and or subscribing to our social media and Virtual Veg Fest YouTube channel. You're entered to win one of these amazing prize packs. Who else does that? Nobody else does that. Anyway, get in there, sign up, see what you got. Hey Diane, thanks so much for being here. Yay. All right, so it's Pie Day. Um, because it's March 14th, 3.14, right? PI, PI Pie Day. So it's like math related, but not as far as I'm concerned. I'm here to talk about pie, the food. Um, Sweets are really where my heart is at, although you can make some savory pies too. So I'm going to talk to you about pies. Feel free to chime in. Let me know about your favorite pies. And Marla Rose from Vegan Street, she did a cool thing today and she put together a collection of pie recipes from all of the awesome, uh, vegan people on the internet. And she put it into a blog so you can find a bunch of different types of pie. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the comments here. So you guys don't check it out now. Usually I wait to post the chat to post any links. 'Cause I don't want you to leave me and go read something. Like I want you to be here, interact with me. But anyway, there we are. There's that post. Hi, Susan. Happy Pie Day. Thanks for being here. I am so excited. And if you've watched any of these um, episodes where I talk about food or cookbooks, you will know that as far as I am concerned, the holy grail of all things vegan cookbooks is Isa Chandra Moskowitz. And today is no different because I've got hers and Terry Hope Romero's book, Vegan Pie in the Sky. Awesome, Diane. Blueberry is Diane's favorite pie. I don't know if I could choose. I love chocolate cream pie. I love coconut custard pie. I love apple pie, peach cobbler, which is not really pie. Can you make peach pie? If you can, I'd like that. Let me know if we can make that. So here is the book. And I'll admit, when I bought this, when it like the day it was released back in like 2011, I think, because if it's got Issa's name on it, it's on my bookshelf. There's just no question about it. And by the way, if anyone knows her and can connect us, so maybe she could be on my podcast on Did You Bring the Hummus? Please let me know. Shameless plug. Okay. All right. One of the reasons I love Issa and her cookbook so much is because it's not just because the recipes are amazing, and they are. Every single one of her cookbooks has kind of like an introduction section. And so she gives you some of the like most important information. So her part 1 is how to create the universe or how to create the universe or bake a pie from scratch. And she tells you about all the essential pie ingredients. She talks about the different types of flours and starches that you can use. She breaks down agar, which can be used to like make a gelatin like substance, sweeteners, how to roll out the crust, different kinds of acids that you can use like apple cider vinegar. It's just amazing. That's like, what, how many pages is that? There's like 10 pages of instructions before you even get to the recipes. She like wants to make sure that you know what you're doing when you get into the kitchen. And I think that that is awesome. From this book, now when I bought this, that I was starting to talk about that. When I bought this cookbook, I felt like it was a little bit beyond me, but I still was really just learning how to cook super basic things. So rolling out pie crust and then making like fancy little, things around it or patterns in the pie crust itself felt very much beyond um, my capability. But that's not the only stuff in here. I've made an amazing chocolate cream pie. Her coconut custard pie is unbelievable. My favorite thing is her. Oh, and by the way, here's a peach pie, basil peach pie. Awesome. And thank you, Susan, for backing me up. I think Susan responded when I asked, "Can we make peach pie?" Issa's coconut custard pie. It makes just a little bit extra and a little too much for the pie crust itself. So she says, just put it in a cup and in the fridge, and now you've got like a nice little treat just for yourself. You don't have to go cutting a piece out of the pie before you serve it to others. It's so good. I love it. So if you are in the market for a vegan cookbook, vegan pie cookbook specifically, this really is the best thing. And just desserts in general, they have vegan cupcakes take over the world, and vegan cookies invade your cookie jar. So those are some awesome books for you to check out. Um, I would say that butter is super important when you're making pies. And my favorite butter is Mayokos. It's just so good, and the flavor is so rich, and it really lends to that like flakiness and that just that butteriness that you really want in a pie crust. I am not a pie expert, still very much a pie novice, but I would say that that butter is very important. You guys have any questions about pie, or um, or do you have any other questions? Like I always say, I come here with a topic, so we've got something to talk about. But if you've got a question or you have something that you need me to address or want me to address, please do. So you just pop it in the comments and we'll take it from there. Um, what else? What else can we talk about? Oh, olive oil pie crust. Interesting. What about savory pies? Who likes a savory pie? When you ask me, banana cookie cream pudding pie. When you ask me about pie, I'm going straight for the sweets, but that's always kind of been my thing. I love sweets. And I actually I actually used to think that if I could live on sweets, like if that was a real way that humans could survive, um, that I would forego all savory foods and I would eat just sweet stuff all the time. Um, but as I get older, it's not funny. How many of you remember as a kid being, around people much older, like maybe, your grandparents or whatever, and someone tastes a slice of cake, or, oh, I don't want cake, it's too sweet for me. And then someone else tastes it and they go, oh, no, no, this cake is not that sweet. It's okay. And it always blew my mind. Like, why would anybody want a cake that wasn't too sweet? That's the whole point of cake. But now that I am the age that I am, when I think about like just living on sweets or even something being overly sweet, I get it now. I get it. It was a little scary the first time I had that thought. I think I actually said out loud once to my husband, "Oh, this isn't too sweet. This is good." And I went, "Oh no, what's happened? Who am I?" So let's see, Susan. Susan is curious if there is a recipe for meringue pie. It's a great way to make some meringue. Um, aquafaba, which is the chickpea water. So if you've got if you have plans to make some hummus, save the chickpea water and then make yourself a meringue pie for dessert. Let's see, Susan, I am checking if there is a meringue pie. I have yet, and I'll admit this, I have yet to use aquafaba to create meringue, but I yeah, I have yet to use aquafaba to create meringue, but I've seen the outcomes of other people using meringue. Sorry, aquafaba for creating meringue, and it works. It works. Well, now I guess I have to challenge myself. I'm not seeing one, Susan, but I don't want to keep looking down at the book. So if I find it, I will let you know. And honestly, she might even have recipes on her website. Issa is really good at putting up a ton of recipes on her website. So I actually think I have her Twitter account here. You should follow Issa on Twitter. She's so fun. So here you go. And her website is there on her Twitter account. So you can check her out and go to her website. If I find the meringue recipe, I'll actually look for it and I'll post it, a link to it on my page. So we'll see about that. Oh yeah, Susan. Yeah, when you give it a try, let me know and I'll do the same. I'll keep everybody posted. We'll see how it works out. But I'm excited. Nice to have a challenge. New challenge in the kitchen. I actually have an assignment that I had to come up with a recipe, and it's not a pie recipe, but it is vegan, so it all falls under fireside chat content anyway. I'm gonna make like a risotto with like a tomato base instead of just a vegetable broth, and then maybe with some artichokes. I don't know what else I'll add to it, but that's something I'm working on now, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, what else you guys got for me? So let's see. We talked about pie. Do you have any fun pie stories? I don't know. When I think about apple pie, I do love it. I remember that one of my aunts, I'm pretty sure that when she would always bring, and these are not vegan, but you know, the memories from when I was a kid and I wasn't vegan. One of my aunts used to bring these coconut buns. So it was like dough with a glaze and coconut, shredded coconut. And she would always bring these to like family parties and stuff. But she would also bring pie, and I'm pretty sure she brought apple pie from the same place she was getting coconut buns. And by the way, these coconut buns are still so popular, you actually have to call in advance to ensure that you'll get some when you show up because they sell out like every single day. But I think about apple pie and it makes me think of her, even though she didn't make it. Um, isn't that interesting how these memories like I haven't thought about apple pie um in a really long time. And huh. Well, that was really nice to have that memory come back. My aunt, who I'm thinking of, passed away quite a few years ago, and I always thought she was super generous and just such a kind-hearted person. So it's really nice to just now have this unexpected reminder and memory of her. So thank you. Oh, Susan, I want to know more about this. A vegan custard pie that's not coconut. I love like shreds of coconut and I love a nice coconut pie, coconut custard pie, but I am not a fan of like coconut flavoring. So I get that. What flavor are you thinking you want to try to make? Like a chocolate custard pie or ooh, pistachio just came to me? That might be good. What are you thinking? I want to know what flavor you're thinking about. It's not coconut. Ooh, vanilla pudding pie. That sounds good too. I like it. Very simple. What would you top it with? I would feel like I would want a topping on that. Like chocolate syrup of some sort? Some ganache maybe? Yeah, chocolate ganache with like some raspberries. What do you think? Oh, and little sprigs of mint, little mint leaves. around. So you put the chocolate ganache, drizzle that, and then maybe a little extra of the pudding to like stick the raspberries in, and then stick little mint leaves just into underneath the. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm talking about. So here's the raspberry. And we're gonna put little mint leaves there. What do you think about that? Okay, yeah, Susan is also thinking about a classic vanilla pie. Okay, yogurt-based pie. Vegan yogurt with vegan whipped cream. Ooh, these are good ideas. Are you guys hungry? Hungry for sweets? I am. Makes me want to sign off now and go make pie. So inspiring. I love it. Ooh, nutmeg and toasted almond. Oh, so good. I was on Instagram chatting with someone who was recently at a vegan restaurant not too far from here. And one of my favorite desserts that they have there is a toasted almond cheesecake. And oh my God, so good. So for those of you who are in New Jersey, northern New Jersey, Veggie Heaven in Denville, one of their desserts is an almond cheesecake, and it's so good. So if you happen to be in the area around there and you get a chance to check that out, make sure you do because it is really good. The nutmeg and toasted almond, I like it. Yeah, almonds forever. Almond anything. I love it. So just like almonds kind of also taste like cherry, right? There's like a little cherry hint of something in almonds. Am I imagining that? I think that's right. That sounds good to me. I will take some of that. Except, you know what almond I don't like? I'm so sorry about that. And my allergies are like acting up. I do not like almond milk. Oops. Live TV, yay. I don't like almond milk in my coffee. To me, it ruins it. It gives it this like weird flavor that I don't understand, and I don't want almond milk in my coffee. I like soy milk in my coffee. I feel like that kind of it doesn't overpower the coffee flavor. And I typically when I do drink coffee, which I have less in my intake for sure. When I do drink it though, I prefer it just black. Like I don't put sweetener in it either. But when I am gonna put milk in my coffee, it's definitely soy. Cashew is nice too, because it's so creamy. But I think for me, soy milk tastes the best in coffee. My husband JP will sometimes do oat milk, but um, but yeah, soy is the way to go. So almond everything except milk in my coffee. You heard it here first, folks. That's a Kimberly exclusive right there. Yeah. So, what do you think? You got any other pies you're working on? I want to hear more about these pies. I want to talk about pie all night long. All night long. Oh, another thing that Isa always does is she puts the conversions, the metric conversions right in the back. So if you're working with metrics, you don't have to recalculate everything. She's so good. Ooh, Susan, what is this? Yes. Ooh, that sounds nice. It does sound like quite a challenge. I think you're up for it. No pressure. But if you do manage to veganize this, Susan, do let us know. Please do. I love it. You are brilliant, Susan. All right. So now that oh, she's got a like a mint. I really should have just I should have put this book away. She also has toppings. She teaches you how to make like whipped cream for your pie and a chocolate drizzle, kind of like the ganache I was talking about. There's ganache recipes in the cupcakes, the vegan cupcakes take over the world. Look at this. That's a mint pie. Oh, it's green, so we're losing it in my green screen. Silly Kimberly. Um, it's like a mint chocolate pie, almost like and they are vegan, those Girl Scout cookies, Thin Mints. I bet it tastes a lot like that. All right, well, we don't need to flip through this whole book. We love pie. I think that's what we're taking away from tonight's show. Thank you for being here with me. I love it when you come and hang out, and I'm so happy every Monday to be here and just talk about all the things, all the vegan things that I love or that make me cry or make us smile. And every once in a while we have a random memory that makes us laugh a little bit. It's good stuff. Thank you so, so much for being here. I will see you on Wednesday with the stew at 7 o'clock Eastern. Daylight time, by the way. We've got across most of the US, daylight savings time has occurred. So this is the first fireside chat on Eastern daylight time. So just keep that in mind if your schedule has or has not changed. Excuse me. I am so sorry about that. But anyway, yeah. So I'll see you Wednesday for the stew. And then, of course, I'm back here next Monday and we'll talk about something else. Thank you so much. I love you all. Have an amazing week. Bye.